Hello everyone, what's poppin'? Welcome to the very first episode of Mike Pops Off, the podcast where I pop off about all things pop culture, past and present. I had to start big, bold, maybe even dare to be stupid. So of course, I had to kick things off with one of the most brilliant, hilarious, and biggest legends in pop culture history, and that is Weird Al Yankovic. He's the Prince of Parody, the accordion assassin of the Billboard charts, and the man who turned food jokes and nerdcore into Grammy gold. But trust me, Weird Al is way more than just a funny guy with an accordion. Let's rewind. It's the 1970s. A teenage Al Yankovic is mailing homemade parody tapes to the Dr. Demento show, this crazy novelty radio show that introduced weird and wonderful songs to the world. One of those tapes was My Bologna, a parody of the Knack's My Sharona. Now, fast forward to 1983, Al drops his debut album, and it featured a Queen-inspired parody called Another One Rides the Bus. And then, boom, the following year, 1984, he releases the album in 3D, which includes a parody of Michael Jackson's Beat It called, you guessed it, Eat It. This was the first of two MJ parodies, the other being 1988's Fat, which parodied Bad. Suddenly, Weird Al was turned into a national phenomenon, and the music video for Eat It was a shot-for-shot parody of MJ's Beat It video, proving Al wasn't just spoofing music, he was also taking aim at visual culture too. So why Weird Al? Why for the first episode? Easy. I've been a huge Weird Al fan since I was about 10 years old. This guy helped shape my sense of humor, and honestly my love of pop culture. And more than that, he's the perfect symbol of what this podcast is about. Creativity, chaos, and cultural commentary with a silly grin. People always say, don't meet your heroes, but Weird Al, he completely threw that sentiment out the window for me. In 2019, he did his Strings Attached tour and made a stop in Cary, North Carolina. I was there front and center, and after the show, I got to meet the man himself. Got my picture with him, had some quick exchanges, and let me tell you, he was everything you'd want Weird Al to be. Kind, humble, hilarious, just a genuinely good human being. It was one of those rare moments where your childhood self and adult self would give each other a high five. I walked away even more of a fan than before, which I never thought was possible. Besides, he also signed a copy of a fan script that I wrote and got his own copy. As of this recording, haven't heard back yet. Some people probably think Weird Al's just a goofball, but let me break it down. His band is insanely tight. His lyrics, surprisingly on point. His impact is massive. He's not just making jokes, he's making sharp, spot-on cultural critiques. And don't get me started on the polkas. So let's take Word Crimes, a parody of Robin Thicke's Blurred Lines. It's a grammar lesson that went platinum. When was the last time that Schoolhouse Rock dropped a banger? I'll wait. Or White Nerdy, not polka, got ahead of myself, a parody of Chamillionaires Riding Dirty. Somehow, Al turned a rap song into the defining anthem of awkward preteens of the 2000s like myself. And then there's the polka medleys. Almost all of his albums feature one, with the exceptions of his debut album and 1988's Even Worse. Plus, there's 1993's Alapalooza, which has a polka, but it's not a medley. It's basically just a polka cover of Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody. But anyway, each polka is a whole medley of pop songs crammed into a high-speed accordion frenzy. It's like your Spotify playlist on Red Bull. And here's something extra I love about the guy. When it comes to his parodies, he always asks permission. Always. Even when parody legally doesn't require it. And multiple artists have said that they knew they made it into music when they got their songs at least spoofed by Weird Al. For example, the members of Nirvana, whose 1991 song Smells Like Teen Spirit was turned into the Weird Al classic Smells Like Nirvana, which pokes fun at how no one could understand what Kurt Cobain was singing. Each band member has said that they knew they made it when Al approached them. Nirvana drummer and Foo Fighters lead vocalist Dave Grohl would later reaffirm this in his 2021 autobiography, The Storyteller. Lin-Manuel Miranda, the creator of the musicals In the Heights, Hamilton, he straight up said on Jimmy Fallon back in 2018 that he got a call from musician Questlove saying that getting a polka medley of Hamilton songs by Weird Al was a much bigger deal than the Tonys or even his Pulitzer. It meant that he was immortalized. It's like getting knighted in a way, but goofier. And in 2022, the chaos came full circle when Weird the Al Yankovic story, which featured Daniel Radcliffe as Weird Al, came out. It was a parody of his own life and was based on the 2010 Funny or Die faux trailer with Breaking Bad's Aaron Paul originally in the role as Al. It was absolutely perfect. If you haven't seen it yet, it's on Roku or you can find a DVD somewhere, but stop what you're doing and go watch it. I highly recommend it. It's Weird Al doing what he does best, parodying everything, even himself. Alright, so since it's the debut episode, it's time for the segment I'll be doing every time I drop an episode, which is my top 3. This week, my top 3 Weird Al songs. You can fight me in the comments if you want. But number 3, we've mentioned it before in this episode, Eat It. I chose that because it's a classic. Come on, I have to go with this one. And let's be real, it helped deepen my childhood love of food. Right up there with Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Number 2, One More Minute. One of his originals. It's a style parody of Elvis and doo-wop ballads that take on the complicated topic of breakups. A little excited. Shows how much I love this topic, guys, so I apologize for tripping over my words. So, with this song, while providing hilarious examples of what he would rather do instead of spending another minute with his former lover, ex, whatever word you want to use, the song is just surprisingly relatable. Number 1, The Saga Begins. It's a parody of Don McLean's American Pie that summarizes the plot of The Phantom Menace, the first movie in the Star Wars prequel trilogy. And it's told from the perspective of a young Obi-Wan. This was my Weird Al origin story. I heard it on Radio Disney, long before Disney actually owned the rights to Star Wars. And the song also happened to get me into Star Wars and made me a fan of that franchise right there. And this song, because of the layers of how much I love it, is my all-time favorite song by Weird Al. You could also partially contribute the prediction of internet culture with Weird Al. Just like America's Funniest Home Videos, MTV, and other products of the 1980s, he was like YouTube before YouTube. He has, or had, TikTok energy before TikTok even existed. I mean, Picture like a surgeon going viral with ER nurses dancing in scrubs. I see that as an instant trend. He demonstrated a remarkable understanding of leveraging different media platforms and adapting to evolving trends, showing a foresight that seems to parallel the development of internet culture. I mean, when he dropped Mandatory Fun in 2014, he just didn't release one single. He dropped 8 videos in 8 days across different platforms, generating significant buzz in social media sharing. He understood the need to constantly create new content to stay relevant in the fast-paced online world. Weird Al didn't just parody pop culture, he became pop culture. And that's why he had to be the very first topic on Mike Pops Off. This show is going to be a little smart, a little weird, whole lot of fun, just like Al. So, with that being said, thanks for popping off with me. If you like what you heard, subscribe, leave a review, and send this to your nerdy friends. And hey, drop off your top 3 Weird Al songs in the comments. Thanks for listening.